Alright boys, I'm being completely real with you. I got no clue what an SCP is, so today I feel like we should all learn together as a class. I know for a fact these creepy goofballs aren't an SCP, but my god, they're close enough. Also, by the way, I got some friendly advice for you. Sit down! You're already here, you might as well stay. I don't know why the freak you're gonna leave. There's nothing to watch on this stupid site regardless, so might as well watch this. Alright, begging over, let's get into it. So the video we're gonna be watching to explain it to us is called SCP Classes Explained in a Minute. It's by No Naggin? No Nagoon? I don't know, bro.
Safe. To make explaining these classes easier, we'll be using my ragdoll, Kane, in every scenario. Safe class SCPs are abominations that are considered easy and safe to contain, even though they may still pose a level of danger.
Are the classes basing them based off how dangerous they are, or how hard they are to contain? Like, is safe something that can't do anything, or safe something that can do a lot of stuff, but is really easy to capture? Probably gonna explain it, but I tried to guess beforehand. I'm one of those people.
Yes. Classes measure how difficult it is to contain something.
Thank you!
It does not imply that these entities are harmless.
I'm a genius, what I tell y'all?
Our testing dummy into a containment chamber, and he just stays there, not doing anything, nor being unable to escape at all, to the point we can just not monitor him. That would classify him as a safe class entity. Even if someone were to touch him, the world would explode. The fact that he can be restrained in a chamber without incident.
So legit, just the fact that he's able to be restrained and held captive means that he's safe. It's like if a chihuahua that had the power to destroy the universe at a single touch. As long as you can put that thing inside of a cage and not let it be touched, it's considered safe.
It as safe class. Though most safe class entities are
objects. That's a terrible way of ranking.
These bad boys are usually marked safe because the Foundation has researched them thoroughly enough to understand their properties and behaviors, allowing them to implement effective containment protocols to prevent them from trying to screw off.
Got you. So there has to be containment protocols for it to work.
I'll rank them on how difficult it is to contain these classes. Euclid. Euclid class SCPs are mostly living anomalies that require significant resources for their containment.
Okay, wait, let me get this straight. Euclids are things that can be contained but are humanoid. So instead of a chihuahua that's gone rogue and gets contained, which is safe, a Euclid is like if a human with that kind of power that can be restrained. Okay, I think I'm starting to make sense of this. I probably sound stupid, but I think I make sense in my head right now.
And their containment is often not wholly reliable. Instead of remaining calmly in their designated chambers, these entities frequently attempt to escape or breach containment. This behavior is
so they're like humanoids that can think and try and escape. They're those guys.
Are not fully understood and tend to be inherently unpredictable. The Euclid class is the most common among all SCP classifications, with popular examples being SCP-173 and SCP-186.
I've heard of that guy!
Creatures are categorized as Euclid because they possess sentience, which contributes to their unpredictable behavior.
Wait, he said they're sentient?
SCP-173 and SCP-096.
So they can think.
Creatures are categorized as Euclid because they possess sentience, which contributes to their unpredictable behavior.
They're sentient. That makes them even more terrifying.
However, there are some peculiar exceptions to this classification, such as a literal flesh living room or even a literal potato.
Oh no! That's a 3? They're that hard to contain?
Keter class SCPs are, you guessed it, anomalies which are just a pain in the ass to contain without it escaping. So instead of Kane trying to escape actively, he types in a command and teleports 500 blocks away. Keter class SCPs have containment procedures that are often extensive and complex.
So they're the ones with superpowers. Gotcha! Containing these things the same way they contain like fugitives. Gotta be under secure lockdown and watched over 24/7. This is disgusting.
This is because the Foundation can't contain them correctly, as they still don't fully understand it or don't yet have the technology to do so. Old sludge guy can no-clip through walls. A stupid spore lizard that refuses to die.
That's crazy. How do you stop something that can phase through walls?
Again, not every Keter class SCP is dangerous. Some SCPs are peaceful, but just are extremely hard to contain. These three are the most commonly used classes in the SCP mythos. Every other class is much less used.
Why are they not used as much? Better question is, why are these the top 3 most used? Because they're the most common, like,
Thaumiel.
to make?
The SCP class Thaumiel is one that cannot technically be contained because its purpose is to contain other SCPs. Whilst the main 3 classes, safe,
So
Euclid,
wait, if its purpose is to collect the other one, contain other one, it can't technically be contained? That doesn't make sense. Even if it does get captured, it still got captured. This makes no sense. You're trying to confuse me on purpose.
In Keter classes, Thaumiel informs how this cretin can help in containing other anomalies. There's no chamber because it is the chamber. So instead of putting Kanan into a chamber, he is the chamber, and inside of him is another SCP. Examples include SCP-2000, a massive subterranean facility. Because this class is just a location, or technically a facility, the existence of them is highly classified at the highest levels of the Foundation, and their areas and roles are only to a few Foundation
So that people know they exist,
obviously,
but not everybody?
So, yeah, kids, if Humphrey from the hit game Omori was an SCP, he would be Thaumiel class.
Yeah, I don't know that reference, but wow! He must be rare. Try my hardest to understand this, boys. Y'all can hear it in my voice.
Wonder what this one will be. Explained SCPs are those that
you
are
mean
now
evil
completely...
toaster? What the hell did I miss?
Explained SCPs are those that are now completely and thoroughly understood, meaning their spooky, scary effects and behaviors can be explained by public mainstream science. Therefore, there's no
So why is
reason
the category called explained? Shouldn't it just be called like the regular class? Like if you know about them enough to explain them and classify them, that they should be explained.
Them from the public anymore. Due to this, they cannot be anomalies because we now
I feel like I'm overthinking
whatever
this.
class they had before.
Is it because they're enough for you to explain what it is, but not enough for you to tell what class it is? Is that all it is? Enough for you to tell as an SCP? I'm trying my hardest to make my big boy brain work here.
Kane is just kicked out of the facility to be studied or neutralized by the government.
Yeah, what? Secure?
Apollyon. The CPs, which are labeled as Apollyon, are entities that cannot be contained. Plain and simple. You can try to put
I'm gonna pretend I understand how it's
but
secure.
They will inevitably break out, or some similar catastrophe will follow. Take Kaney, for example.
What?
He's far too powerful.
So wait, these are just bound to escape regardless.
Apollyon. The CPs, which are labeled as Apollyon, are entities that cannot be contained. Plain and simple. You can try to put them into containment, but they will inevitably
So what's the point of even trying it? Don't even classify them, just let them live. How do they even escape? They got their own racial class because they're that good at fucking escaping. I want you to understand that.
Or some similar catastrophe will follow. Take Kaney, for example. He's far too powerful and massive for any chamber to bear without being destroyed. Apollyon beings are usually tied to world-ending threats, such as that visceral SCP-01 proposal. When day breaks, which
what is the SCP-01 proposal? I don't know that.
These SCPs are obviously extremely dangerous and hostile to humanity, as the Foundation actively needs to contain them, but cannot.
So what? So they need to contain them, but they can't. So why are you trying to contain them? I understand because they're powerful,
Archon.
but if they can't be contained, then
are
don't.
ones that theoretically can be contained, but the facility does not actively attempt to contain them.
That's
Archon
what
CPs
all
may
the
be a
ones
part
of that
a
last class should be
consensus
one of these.
That is
just don't even
to
try.
Contain fully, or it may be safer not to contain it. For example, when Kaney is contained, wars around the world happen, not directly related to it. Therefore, it's best not to contain him. However, remember that these SCPs are not uncontainable. It's just that the Foundation chooses not to put the anomaly into containment. Crazy, right?
Even the Foundation can keep it. But it's like,
wars around the
he
world
just explained what I just
not
said.
Directly related to it. Therefore, it's best not to contain him. However, remember that these SCPs are not uncontainable. It's just that the Foundation chooses not to put the anomaly.
Oh, so that's the difference. The last tier was because can't capture them at all. But these guys, they just choose not to try and capture. Okay, that's the difference. But everyone from that last tier needs to be in this tier. They shouldn't even be trying to get these guys.
Crazy, right? Even the Foundation can keep their grubby hands away from entities to not hold them like damn trophies. Ticonderoga, an SCP with the class Ticonderoga.
What the word is a Ticonderoga? You want me to take the word Ticonderoga class seriously?
An SCP with the class Ticonderoga, or however the hell you're supposed to.
Even he don't know how to say it.
Mate.
So, Ticonderoga is just a combination of Apollyon and Archon. It's just some doohickey that must both be impossible to contain and not needed to be contained. For example, Kane is an interdimensional time goblin wizard.
Oh, okay, so it's something that can't be contained at all, but you're just not even gonna worry about containing it. Okay. That's what everything should be on the list then. My fault. It should be this.
The Foundation is aware.
They got a class for everything, apparently.
But he is not doing anything which can threaten humanity, so there's no need to pursue him. Also, a fun fact: Ticonderoga was explicitly created by the Classification Committee for SCP-4434. Get ready for your SCP pop quiz next week.
Well, who is SCP-444? I want to know. Don't bust my balls like that. Tell me who.
Decommissioned. You'll never guess what this one means.
They're out of
decommissioned class of SCPs means that those Cretans were intentionally destroyed or had their properties removed by the SCP Foundation, mainly due to their danger, taking up way too much resources.
Why can't they decommission all of them?
To keep it
they all seem dangerous.
Not being worth studying anymore and keeping contained. So let's bully our boy Kane some more. If he was this class, that would mean he was such a threat, such a nuisance, that the SCP Foundation, the organization which refuses to eliminate hazardous creatures to study, decided to just game end him. So yeah, he has no box, because he's gone.
GG's. Probably the class where all of them should be in. all of them should be there.
Hiemal.
No SCP should be
SCPs
like
that are in the
Hiemal.
Hiemal class.
What is
Are
this?
usually a pair of anomalies that keep each other in check by some means. Like a perfect pair who will explode if they aren't together. Due to this, it typically means that more advanced and difficult
So
containment
like, are
procedures
these
not
ones
required.
humanoids too? Because if
Instead,
so, then
containment must
that's
be
like an
achieved
easy
to prevent
containment.
any effects from harming the public. That's like if Cain was contained by maintaining a delicate balance by keeping himself, and this roasted turkey in check by having abilities.
So it's
that
not
can
a
balance
humanoid,
each
it's
other,
just another
preventing them
thing.
from causing
Oh,
widespread
that makes it
damage
even
and disruption.
worse.
These anomalies don't.
So how do you
always come in
identify
neat
them if
pairs,
they're apart?
too. There are cases in which involve entire ecosystems, rituals, or environments.
Ecosystems!
So yeah, kids, Hiemal just means entities that need to be contained together or cancel each other's effects.
No! Why do they travel in packs like this? I'm not gonna hold. I need to learn way more about SCPs. If you'd like to join me on my journey of learning more about random stuff I'm interested in, make sure you smash like, sub up, hit the playlist on the right. We up to slop every single day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.